Aquarius, welcome to your hopes, fears, and reality spread. As usual, if you check the description box, it talks about the significance of the spread itself and the placement of the cards, if you are curious. Ooh. Aquarius. Aquarians are always working on themselves. It's a good thing. The transition that you're in is not what you were hoping for. All right, so may or may not be a good thing. Let's start with hopes, okay? What I have here is the death in the inverse and the two of pentacles. So what that tells me is that you're recognizing things in yourself that need to change. You're recognizing old habits and vices. You're recognizing that sometimes when you're reaching for success, you're actually reaching for excess. And you are kind of reevaluating and changing the things in your life in order to temper that line and know the difference between excess or success and excess. Learning to let go of, you've basically seen some things inside yourself that you wish to change. And old habits die hard, so it's actually taking effort. So you're hoping that the effort that you put into the newer changes in your life will benefit not only yourself, but people around you. And the reason is because in your fears, you have the sun in the upright and the world card here. And what that tells me is that this deals with a larger group of people. You feel like if you're not successful in changing these things about yourself that you want to change, that it will affect an entity, a group. I want to say for the past month, Aquarius, if memory serves me correctly with the readings that I've been doing for you guys, is you guys are more concerned with a group mentality more than ever. I don't know if there is, well, I know one Aquarius is having a new addition to the family, so that makes a lot of sense to that particular person. But I don't know if this is a vocational thing, because these are general reads, but it kind of feels to me like a lot of these are based on teamwork and environment rather than just you focusing on yourself. But in this particular read, I see that you're hoping you'll change something in yourself, and you fear that if you don't change this thing in yourself, that it will negatively affect everybody else. Not only will it negatively affect everybody else, but everybody will see that you weren't able to make this change that you've most likely already vocalized to the group. So you don't want to let yourself down. And you don't want to let anybody else down, which is why you're vocalizing it, because you're looking for accountability. You feel if you say it, it will make it real and you'll work harder towards it. So you're vocalizing it as almost a point of motivation and accountability for yourself. But now that you've put it out there, the fear is that, oh, well, if I mess up, everybody will know I mess up because I told everybody I was doing this. The reality of the situation, and here's where I say that you don't have confidence in the transition that you're making, is the death card is all about transition. And I want to say this is very much like an overgrown garden. That's the way that I view the death card, particularly in this situation. So what I'm saying is, let's say you bought a new house and it has this big, beautiful garden, raised garden in the background, but nobody's tended to it for about 5 years. That's where the death card comes in. It is a slow transition to make that beautiful. First, you have to wait till spring, then you have to pull out all the dead stuff. Then you have to till and refertilize the soil. And then you have to plant the seeds. And it might not even be until summer that things start to grow and things start to fruit from that garden. So that's what I think of when I see the death card, is I see a very slow transition where you have to clear out the old, bring in the new, and give it time. But just like a true Aquarius, you want to rush this job, because temperance is also about not so much transition as it is transformation. I often refer to her as the chef of the deck. So let's think of this as like baking a cake. So she's the baker of the deck now. Temperance works in chemistry. It works on taking these two energies and melding it together to make it work. And those energies are often opposing, very much like baking a cake. You have your dry ingredients and you have your wet ingredients, and they have to be mixed just right. Then you have to put it in a vessel and you have to put it in an oven at just the right temperature for just the right amount of time in order for it to come out right. That's what the temperance does. Here, you have the temperance in the inverse with the death in the upright. So this is a very slow transition that you're trying to rush through, and that's your reality. The thing is, now that you've vocalized what you want to do and you're giving it time, the people who you vocalize this to are going to allow you the time. So there really is no need to rush this. Yeah, see, the Page of Pentacles literally jumped out of the deck along with the Knight of Cups. Yeah, see, you want to bring this forward as quickly as possible, but there's something that's stopping you. And what's stopping you is the proper allocation of resources. So you have the pieces you need to achieve what it is that you want, and you've already established accountability by vocalizing what it is you're trying to do. At this point, you just need to trust the process and give it a little bit of time to grow. That being said, Aquarius, I hope you found a message that serves your highest good, and I will see you next time.